Alright everyone, and so with Avengers Doomsday, as we know right now, is getting bigger than we ever thought as the hype is growing, and even with people that are excited about this next movie, especially with all of our main heroes coming together, and it's going to be a much more bigger film in the multiverse. And even though that we know that the former X-Men characters are returning with the Fantastic Four and more, but speaking of which, with Hugh Jackman himself could be making his return in Avengers Doomsday, as more evidence has speculated and could hint at a possible return and what it means for the multiverse saga for his character, and possible Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool to be returning as well. So a lot to go over in this video. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss on any future bits. But now, let's hop into it right now. And now, if you know anything about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars for a while, that these two are going to be big movies, especially for the multiverse saga, and ever since every single rumor and leak for how these movies go down, and even ever since the cast announcement and the recent delay of those two movies getting pushed back to December 2026 and 2027, and as we do know, that there's more cast members to be announced, like not just the 30 cast members that were announced in that video, because especially with what the Russo brothers have said behind the scenes, that they're working to make sure that these two are going to be such great movies, especially for the fandom. And even though that we have like over 60 A-list actors that are confirmed to be in this movie and to be coming together to take down Dr. Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr., even though that we know with the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, and the former X-Men characters are coming together, and specifically, when I say former X-Men characters, and I'm talking about with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And even though that we did not see in that announcement video with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was like a huge win for Marvel Studios, and just with those two names that were not announced, well, with evidence that is speculated online recently that could hint at Hugh Jackman's possible return in Avengers Doomsday. And trust me, this is going to make a lot of Marvel fans happy, and trust me, this man is about to make every Marvel fan's dream come true. And now, especially with the most recent evidence that is speculated online, it is of course that with Hugh Jackman, that I took to his social media to post his workout video of him just lifting weights and grinding in the gym. And now, especially this is a recent post, and even though that he is grinding for the Wolverine physique, and he wouldn't be doing this unless he's confirmed to be in Avengers Doomsday, so it's kind of quite clear that, hey, he is going to be in the movie. And especially for what he said in interviews when asked about his hinted appearance, if he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday, he cannot confirm or deny, but especially this video of him just like being in the gym is the most recent evidence. And even if you look at Hugh Jackman grinding for the Wolverine physique, even at the time before Deadpool and Wolverine started filming, but now with this most recent video of him now being in the gym and grinding, and it seems that, hey, he's going to be in the movie. And now, especially with the most recent evidence, even for what I'm about to talk about here, with the most recent evidence now, is that with Hugh Jackman's stunt double has been spotted in Pinewood Studios, where Avengers Doomsday is currently filming. So, hey, that's our most recent evidence right there. And even though with Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, like, they haven't come out to give an official confirmation of whether or not Hugh Jackman is going to be returning as Wolverine in the movie. But hey, only time will tell. And plus, this movie is coming out next year, and they're currently filming, and a lot of surprises are coming. And now, for what I can honestly speculate about this, what does this mean if Hugh Jackman were to return as Wolverine in Avengers Doomsday? Well, starting off with the fact, even like before he made his return in Deadpool and Wolverine, like, I think Hugh Jackman was definitely hesitant to be returning to the character. Like, he hung up the claws, but he felt it right in his gut to return to that character ever since his last appearance as Wolverine in Logan from 2017, and now just to come back as the character, it was definitely the right choice. And trust me, I loved Deadpool and Wolverine. It was a big theater experience I will never forget. Even though with a film that became the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, and now especially with that win for Marvel, and now for what Deadpool and Wolverine set up towards the end of that movie is, of course, with these two iconic characters that are going to be sticking around in the MCU for a while, and that is with Deadpool and Wolverine. And now that with the multiverse that exists, a sense that Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars are definitely going to be involving a lot of the multiverse, and even with every single character that is going to be appearing in this movie. So what I can honestly tell, that I think, yeah, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is definitely going to be returning. I mean, if they can do it right, and just for how big Avengers Doomsday is going to be, and trust me, it is going to be a big movie than we ever thought. And even with every single rumor and leak that has speculated and landed online, and you know, as we learn more about the movie every single day up until the release, even though I think it was the right call for Marvel to delay both movies to even work on it, but as we do know that with every cast member and the speculation of them returning, especially as we do know that the former X-Men characters are returning, and even with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine would not be able to return, it would not make sense because he is an iconic mutant. He is the member of the X-Men, and just with having that alone, and I think it would definitely make perfect sense. And even what Hugh Jackman has stated, he is willing to come back in Avengers Doomsday if two iconic characters were to be involved, like with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man or Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. But hey, like, I mean that would make more fans happy, and that dream would probably come true if that were to happen for sure. Just with the overall state of the MCU right now in terms of what Fantastic Four First Steps is setting up, and of course, and if the speculation is true with Doctor Doom showing up in the post-credits scene, would definitely lead into Avengers Doomsday. But I think with every single bit of evidence that is confirmed, man, I think we are in for a treat if Hugh Jackman shows up in that Wolverine suit and the claws, just like he donned it in Deadpool and Wolverine. I loved his comeback in that movie, especially with those two characters coming together, and those two made that movie perfect, and they did it so well. And that movie was definitely great storytelling, specifically for the MCU alone. So I think for what this means for the future of the MCU and the multiverse saga, and I think the Russo brothers are definitely going to be doing a great job, especially if people have any doubts about them like doing these next two Avengers movies for how big they're going to be, and I think for how they're going to provide closure for the multiverse saga, and even that this is going to be a goodbye to Kevin Feige's X-Men, because he started at Marvel with the very first X-Men movie from 2000. So I think it could be the right move for Secret Wars to be the grand finale for the multiverse, and to say goodbye to our old Marvel characters, and that have like a reboot and start fresh. But I just generally think that with everything that is going on right now, and that I think Hugh Jackman's Wolverine better return, and just to bring him on for more on-screen appearances, and not just in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, he wouldn't have come back just for a one and done return. No, he has to come back in the next two Avengers movies. I mean, Deadpool is for sure is gonna be doing something with the multiverse, and just with them appearing in the next two Avengers movies, possibly if he does not show up in Doomsday, and of course Secret Wars is a possible open opportunity. But hey, let's wait and see, and time will tell. But hey, all this evidence is speculating, and it is an exciting time for Marvel fans right now. And I think if Hugh Jackman's Wolverine were to return, that would make me so happy as well. So yeah, I mean, lots of exciting stuff, and I can't wait for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. I mean, bring it on. I'm ready for it. But that's going to do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments down below, and what your thoughts on all this. If you think Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is going to be returning in Avengers Doomsday based on the evidence that has surfaced online, and just what are your thoughts about all this. Let me know all in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to know notifications about future videos. Also follow all my social medias, all linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.